using my power to rise stronger after each fall, overcoming all obstacles and taking one step after the other to reach my goals, choosing to grow, change, and write my own story with the help of those that walk on the same path. This is resilience in action.
Hello again. Thank you so much for being here with us in Resilience in Action. My name is Jolie Chaires. Emilia, so happy to see you again.
So happy to be here. And well, we keep pushing forward. I am feeling very, very grateful for all the beautiful comments we have received for the first episode, and very surprised about the people that I have known for years that reappeared, and the people that I met yesterday that are listening to us and saying, hey, this is helpful. No, that's the purpose of this program, to help those who are far away, who are close by, that just need to feel that they are a part of a community, a resilient community that we are working on.
Yes, and not just that, it's just that the people that are, it's not just for you, I'm sorry, it's for everybody, because it helps us too, honestly, at least me, right? Just to have these chats and talk about certain topics, it's helpful for everybody. But yes, this is for you because it's all about you in Resilience in Action. And Emilia and I, we are very happy to be sharing all these things. And you are talking about being grateful. Yes, I am also. And today is actually, what are we talking about? About feeling grateful all the week. For the people that already follow us in all our social media pages, you could see things that we have been sharing about 1,000 reasons that we can be thankful. And there were different things that we were sharing, but we say 1,000, but I think they're million, right? If we count them, we never end. And today we're going to actually talk about that, about feeling grateful. But how? Why grateful is not the same to say thank you, grateful, thankful? What's the difference?
Yes, I think something that is a part of being a well-mannered person is saying thank you and saying please. And it is a habit, I think, no? Just like we are taught to brush our teeth and to throw the trash in the trash can, saying thank you is a part of the good manners that we are taught since we are kids. But truly feeling gratefulness and expressing it is a different challenge. It's something that needs to come from deep within ourselves. It's something that needs to be a practice that is a part of us. We have been talking about resilience in action. We have to remember that resilience is also a verb. No, it comes from the Latin resiliere, that means movement. That means we have to do something to be strong. We talk about a resilient community, and we're talking about helping each other, right? Stay stronger, become stronger. And gratitude is a magic practice that helps us feel better ourselves and make other people feel better. So good for your health, good for your mental health, and good for the whole community.
But what would be the difference? Because we are talking about feeling grateful, and to say thank you or being thankful will be more like a manner or something that we were taught, like you said, when we were child, or I'm sorry, when we were kids. But what is the difference to actually feel it or express it? Because I can say thank you to somebody and I am expressing something, right? But what is the difference in the level of the feeling?
I am coming out of myself. Saying thank you can be an automatic thing. No, someone opens the door for you, you say thank you. Or hopefully we say thank you, right? We don't forget to say it.
Hopefully somebody opens the door, but yes.
Food to us at a restaurant, we say thank you. And that is important. gratefulness, feeling it and expressing it takes one more step, which is awareness. It is a reflection that I make where I take the moment, and it doesn't have to be a long time, because once this is a practice that we incorporate in our lives, it is that moment where I say, my God, Yoli, thank you so much for being there for me. The other day that I hit myself and I was feeling so sad, no, I was hurting, and I had someone to tell, and you didn't judge me, you didn't make fun of me, and I
I was
really
worried. I was really worried.
and I felt your concern, and I felt your love, and I needed to say thank you, Yoli, for caring. Not just thank you. No, it's saying I am aware that somebody cares, that somebody is there for me, and I have to express it. A part of being a grateful person and of being resilient is feeling it and saying, I am aware of all the blessings that surround me. I am aware of the fact, and we were saying a while ago, the little things and the big things that make me feel alive, that make me feel happy, that make me feel that I am a valuable person, and I am also capable of sharing this with others, and saying thank you, thank you, thank you, the universe, God, whatever we believe in, for having received these opportunities, for being so privileged, because we think that, we open a faucet and we have water. If we really think about it, there's many towns, many places, many countries where either there's no water when you open the faucet, or there's no faucet. So
Yeah.
it's saying, guys, I am grateful today because I was able to take a shower, and on top of everything, the water was perfect. Or right now, I mean, we are at a temperature of minus 25. And before we started the program, I told Yoli, let me turn the heat up. No? So I'm grateful
Thank
that
you. They have a heater, right? Yeah.
exactly. So that's the difference between saying thank you as part of my good manners, and expressing gratitude is I'm aware of those things I am receiving, and I am giving it back. No, I'm saying thank you for having them.
And we're going to talk about the value or the worth of all of this. But before that, why do you think it is important for us to talk about to be grateful or to feel grateful? It's something that it seems like we can maybe just get it for granted, or it's something that is there but nobody actually see it, because it's a common word or it's a common action, and I am going to put it because yeah, I think it is important. But why do you think it is important, like now in these times, to talk about this?
I think we are feeling, or we are experiencing very stressful times. We have gone through a period where uh, people were fighting against each other because of their ideology, or people are going through wars. People are going through a lot of things that are affecting us, right? We're feeling stressed out. So reflecting on the positive helps us health-wise. If I focus on things that I am grateful for, my brain relaxes. My brain says, oh, okay, so there are good things around us. We are not in constant danger, for example. It helps my health also, because if I relax a little bit, I can sleep better. If I sleep better, my health improves. No, the hormones, the body itself has that ability to recover from that stress. So by expressing gratitude is we are helping our brain understand that we are safe, that we can do things, that we are receiving those blessings we're talking about, and that we can improve. Remember that a very big element here is resilience does not happen in solitude, right? We have been saying this. We need each other to be strong. So if I am grateful with you, with others, I am generating bonds that generate that resilient community we're talking about. When I say thank you from the bottom of my heart, and by saying that, I mean, I thank you for a specific reason, and I tell you that, no? I thank you for being there for me yesterday. We are opening doors to people that we don't know, for example. I live here in Alaska, and we have a, well, they call it the chow hall, no? Where we have food. So you go there, and I was standing there one day looking at the food and thinking, do I want it? Do I like it? And the guy said, what are you looking at? I said, I don't know. I don't know what I want to eat. So he started telling me what I should eat, right? Like, you need to eat this and you need to eat that. I said, that's really nice of you, because we're busy, right? I'm in a line. I says, no, it's important that you know that this is good for your health. So I took it, I ate it, and I thanked him for it. And now every time he sees me, he smiles, no? I was grateful because he cared about me, and I returned it in saying thank you for being kind. No? So it's just those little things, and the big things like, hey, my husband, my child went through surgery, and they came out okay. So it's not just saying to the doctor, hey, thank you. No, it's saying thank you for saving his life because this man is important for me. Thank you for saving my child's life because he is my life. Does that make sense?
Yeah, of course. And it's super important that you say that, because I am thinking about our people, us people, because I have
Mhm.
been there and I'm pretty sure you too. When we live in a state of fight or flight and we have the stress like way over us, and if this is helping me to lower that,
Mhm.
my question will be like, how can I do that? How can I move from that state of fight or flight that is like this is really this survival position, and just living by living, not even living actually, it's just like moving right
Surviving.
around exactly like a zombie or whatever, especially if I am going through a very rough path. So
Here's
how
the
how can I move from this place, like really rough place, to this
Mhm.
place when I can actually be grateful for something that it, of course, I am not seeing it at that time.
We said it, and here goes the secret of secrets. Uh, Awareness. It's look around you. When I work with people that have suffered from trauma or that have post-traumatic stress, our brain is in that area that we call the survival brain. No, it's the one that says, "I'm going to keep you safe." When we start practicing gratitude, what we are doing is creating what we call neuropaths, new roads, if you will. And our thinking brain, which is here in the cortex, starts saying, oh, okay, our energy goes to that area. And by looking around me and becoming aware of the things that I'm grateful for, the brain says, oh, okay, so we are not in danger because you are thinking and you are reflecting. When we are in a time of danger, we're not thinking, we're reacting. We have to survive. But when I take the time to breathe, to reflect, when I take those 5 minutes to say, what happened today? What was positive about today? The brain says, okay, time to relax. And when I write about it, because that's something we're going to suggest to you every time, no? Write it down, read it out loud, say it out loud, think about it. We are telling your brain, hey, there are good things in the world. You are safe. And we are then reconnecting areas of our brain that were not used because the brain was convinced through that trauma that we were still in danger. So it's awareness, action. We're saying, write it down, express it, say it out loud. So remember, resilience in action, gratitude in action. And connecting with others also makes us stronger. So we're talking about individual resilience, not physical resilience. We're retraining our brain. We're talking about social resilience when we connect with others by saying thank you from the bottom of my heart and saying thank you for doing this particular thing for me. I'm creating strong bonds with people. You will be amazed at how many people will start noticing you and smiling to you when you thank the person that cleans your office, when you thank the person that serves you at a restaurant, when you say thank you to the guy that does maintenance, and when you say thank you to your children for being there and for doing good. And you thank your spouse for cooking for you, for cleaning, for supporting you. But say it from the bottom of your heart. Your health is going to improve. If you're going or went through traumatic experiences, your life is going to change. I promise you that.
And we believe you. Of course, we believe you. And that's what I was going to say for all of you that are not in a very great place right now. I know that this can sound like too good to be true, right? It's like sounds easy, sounds beautifully, but from here to here, we can see a huge abyss there. So, but for all of you that you are not in a very good place right now, the invitation here is just to start.
Yep.
If you don't feel it, if you say like, what am I going to be grateful? My whole life is going down and I don't feel good. It's okay. We have to be in that place to actually look around and start noticing things. So if you don't feel it right now, it's fine. Just start with one thing. You don't have to do 3, 5, 10. Like a lot of books said, like you have to do a huge list and you get to 3, 4, and then like, no, you hear crickets in your ear. So just start with one thing. That's the invitation. If you don't feel it, and you little by little, you're going to start to feel it more and find more things, because once you pay your attention in one thing that is different from the rough situation, the trauma, or whatever is going on at that time, when my brain is focusing on that. But if I turn my attention to other side, even for a second, my brain is going to understand that there are actually all other things around me besides whatever is going on in my life at that moment.
And you were saying in our program in Spanish, no, something you said, if I'm depressed and I got out of bed, my God, that's a big reason to be grateful for, no? And that connects us to that fact that we have to be grateful for ourselves and to ourselves, because I think our culture, our education is push forward, push forward, push forward. And look at what you need to develop and look at what you need to change. And we
Be
spend a lot of
better. Yeah.
trying to reinvent ourselves and discover ourselves, and we lose track or sight of who we are today. So if you are a survivor of violence, if you are here after a very traumatic event, if you are here today and you're breathing, that's a very good reason to be grateful. No matter what has happened before, you're sitting here today listening to us, and that makes you amazing. So it doesn't matter what needs to change. That's why we keep telling you, come as you are, because it's okay. Because you have gone so far, and we are so happy that you are alive and that you are here, and we are grateful for you. So you have to be grateful for you too. And maybe the one thing you write in your journal today is thank you Emilia, Johnny, Peter, for being strong through tough times. Thank you for having survived this or that. And thank you because you graduated. So if you're celebrating something, a new job, graduation, a new child, you have many reasons to be grateful for. So don't forget yourself. We're not talking about pride here. We're talking about awareness of how great you are. As simple as that.
And we were talking also about to being humble, right? And not being humble in the way that I do myself like small. No, it's being humble to accept some things like I cannot do this by myself. That sounds easy, but is huge at the same time because I think is one of the hardest things to say and do. Just to say, I cannot do this by myself and then go and tell somebody, please help. That's really, really tough, right?
And thank you. No,
And
it's
thank you for helping me if you help me. Yeah.
I always say that gratitude goes hand in hand with humility. It's something that I need to be humble to become aware of what's around me. And as you say, it's not humbleness disappearing. No, it's humbleness looking around me. It's humbleness saying, my God, I'm learning so much from this person. I feel every time I have a new client and I do therapy, every time I teach a class, no, when we're doing our trainings in our model, I learn so much from you all. And I incorporate that to my everyday life. Um, and and I thank you, no, for laughing together, for crying together, because that makes me a better person. So there's nothing worse for me. I call it the syndrome of the finished product. When you feel that you got there, you're the best, there's nothing else that you can change or that you can be grateful for, no? That's when we start to die, no? So watch out. So awareness, action. Action step by step. It can be a very small step, it can be a huge step, but it's keep moving in terms of being present in your circumstance because gratitude forces us. It's funny how that happens. When I have to do this exercise of writing down what I'm grateful for, I don't have time to go way back in the past or go into the future and feel anxious about it. It's what are you grateful for today? So that
Right
keeps me
now.
present. Yeah. And
Yeah,
that's why the brain heals, no?
yeah, it keeps me here, like not like you said, running in my mind to the past or the present, but there is something else that right now it's like a very bad complex that we all are living, and it's that we are living in a rush all the time, waking up, it, getting to whatever we need to do to get out and go to work, and if we have a family, and take care of the kids and take them to school, and whatever is next in your day, and we are rushing and rushing, and that is not letting us to actually see all the things that we do and to sit just for a moment. Not even when we eat, we have lunch and we sit and we eat like in 5 minutes, even though I have half an hour. It's like it's a habit now. So
Mhm.
that is the proposal, that just sit 5 minutes, like you said, enjoy your meal, enjoy your lunch. It doesn't matter if you have 5, 10, 15 minutes or a whole half an hour to eat.
Yeah.
Just to be aware that, okay, I am here, I am sitting, and I am eating. Thank you for that because I could not, right?
Yes. And if you tell me that you don't have 5 minutes to enjoy a sandwich, or if you tell me that you have to really work really truly hard to have 5 minutes to talk to a friend, I am very concerned about you. um, I have a dear friend that I it's usually me who makes the call, And she says, every time I tell her, call me. Why don't you call me? No, because I know that you're so busy. I said, call me. If I am busy, I'll return the call as soon as I finish. In our case, as therapists, if you are with someone, you're not going to be answering the phone, no? But I return your call as soon as I finish my session, as soon as I finish my class. I'm with you. So those are the times that make life worth living. Because if I don't have the time to spend with my children and learn how they are really doing, and I'm asking the questions in not, how was school? Okay. Because they will say, yeah, good. And we believe them or leave it like that. Please pay attention. We're saying that resilience is a process, right? So if you are driving home with your kids after school, ask them about the positive things. Be specific. What positive things happened to you today? If they cannot find it because they're upset or somebody was mean to them, say, okay, I understand that part and be empathetic, but then say, what are we grateful for today? In the car. You don't have to sit down and spend an hour with them. If you are using public transportation, instead of just being hooked to your earphones and to loud music, think, reflect on the one thing, start with one that makes you feel grateful. Look around you and you will find at least one that will make you feel good. So from gratitude comes happiness.
And if you don't believe that, there are many, many, many studies that talk about this. And that is the next part. It doesn't just make you feel better, but why? Why it's making me feel better? And what happened to my body that actually make this change or shift in my way of feeling? Because physically it's causing a lot of things. And what are the benefits to be grateful or feeling grateful?
Yeah, some experiments they made, for example, with people who were depressed, were asking them to reflect, as we're saying, and write letters to people saying, what are you grateful for? So these were letters written to parents, to children, to friends, to professors, saying, I thank you for these. And the more they wrote the letters, the more their vocabulary changed and the more the brain relaxed. So it is proven that gratefulness increases your peace, increases your well-being. You sleep better, for example. You are more productive. And the more you focus on the positive things, the less time you have for negative feelings. No, a person that is thinking about gratitude and the things to be thankful for doesn't have much time to think about who hates them, no, or whom they hate. So it's really your performance improves as well because you're looking around and saying, hey, this went very well. No, you're celebrating yourself and you're celebrating others. No, and so depression symptoms go down, sleep improves, and of course, as we were saying, it keeps us stay focused in the present. And when we are present in the present, we can connect better with those we love. We can connect better with those we serve. So a bunch of benefits, as you can see.
And that's a part of the value that I was talking about just right now. It sometimes I think it's very hard to be grateful or to see those things in another person or in a situation is because it's really hard for us to actually give us that value or that worth that we have because we are not used to see ourselves or see what we do. And if we see it, maybe somebody told us you're very proud, right? Or you have this arrogant attitude or whatever they told you. So you kept your things for you here, like bottle up. and you don't say it, but to actually give us or recognize us the value, the talents, the things that I'm good at it, and it's not bad to say it, right? I mean, I can bake. Me, Jolly, I can bake, and it's good. I'm actually good at it, right? So it doesn't matter if I say it. I am recognizing it, and it is not that I am being like a very bad person, like just rubbing it in your face, right? It's just I am
Yeah,
recognizing, and that way I can recognize something else in somebody else, and
yeah,
actually being thankful. Grateful.
culturally, and sometimes the values that come from our cultures say that it is a sin or that it is wrong to sing our praises, not to say, yeah, I'm good at it. And because I don't know, if you say I'm good at baking, maybe the next time we have a meeting, no, I'll ask you to bring something, because that will make the participants happy, you know. And if I recognize the good things in you, that means that either I recognize them in myself, or I have the potential to develop those same um, talents, no, or
Yes,
attributes.
yes, yes.
And they say that we cannot see in another person what is not in us already. So if I see kindness in you, it's because I'm paying attention and because I can be kind, no? And I don't have a problem recognizing it in you. So we were talking about that the other day, no? When we said, some people, I remember someone telling me, you're so generous, no? I said, okay. And she said, that is so weird. And I don't know if I'm jealous or I envy you or what. And for me, that was like, is that a compliment or what was that? No, it didn't feel right. So it's if you don't feel it authentically, if you don't feel it from the bottom of your heart, don't say it. And
Please.
start small and say, if I like your hair today, say it. If you like how a person treated you, say it. Like, thank you for being kind to me. No, thank you for serving me the water, no, or just say it. The small things, the big things. Because remember that when we use positive words and the instead of just thinking I also think we, us, that changes how we see the world and that changes how we feel. And our perspectives really have a shift. It's amazing.
Yeah, and you were talking about that. You said something right now about serving or doing something, and that
Mhm.
is one part that make us feel grateful, just to go and serve somebody or
Yeah, because it's
some cause or whatever. It's a cycle. For me, it's the cycle of giving and receiving.
it's paying it forward, no? If someone is kind to me and I'm kind to another person, you're paying it forward. If you're serving, you are making yourself feel good. It's like giving yourself a present. When you give to someone who has less than you have, you're making it better for them and for yourself. And that's something that I see. I mean, this is November, right? We have Thanksgiving around the corner.
Yeah.
And I want to touch on that for a little while, because here in the States, we celebrate Thanksgiving and it is so close now. I think it's in a week or two, no, the 28th. But
That way.
this is a time when we may have the opportunity to be with family, but also in my case, in the case of all the service members that are deployed, that are in places far away from home, um, we can also express gratitude in a different way. And I know it's sad for many people not to be there and share dinner and cook together and cut that turkey and stuff ourselves until we cannot breathe, right? But here we are also adding another element to gratitude, which is attitude. It's saying, I'm here, in my case, Alaska, because I am following my calling. No, my husband says that I see my job as a calling more than a job, and he's right. So I'm here. He's not with me, but it's my choice. It's our choice to do this. The same thing if you are in the armed forces or if you're a contractor. If you're not at home for this date, most probably you made the choice, no? Unless you are in a situation, of course, where you are forced to be away. And even then, we can adjust the attitude. We can see it as a punishment or as something like, no, I have to be here and I'm all upset. And again, we go inside and we forget to look around us and say, hey, there's a chance here to serve and to be thankful for what I have and share it with others. No, so we are going back to the how, right? We're not just defining gratitude. We're saying, how can I say thank you? How can I express it? And we also go back to that power we have to choose to be okay, to count our blessings, and to serve. And say, okay, I'm alone here in Alaska. I am in a very small town. And there's, I think, 1,500 people in this town. So it's saying, how can I feel that I am with my family? Well, fortunately, we have 100 ways to communicate now, no? So please take this time. Remember, awareness and action. Small steps, big steps. So I can write, text, call, have a Zoom, whatever we need to say thank you for being there for me. Thank you for existing. Thank you for supporting me. Be honest and speak from your heart. Don't make it a formula, no? Where, oh, yeah, I'm supposed to say, no, feel it. If you can, I know I am going to sound so old right now, guys. Send the note. Go to the post office and send a card. Expressing, writing it will make such a difference in the people that receive that card. I promise you. Another thing that we can do to pay it forward, no, the blessings that we receive is, for example, when we talk about services, collecting donations, no, and saying there might be people that are not making that much money that don't have enough to eat, and we have a lot. So bring canned foods to your church. There's always a pantry somewhere that will receive the food from you. Or, of course, go to a soup kitchen, no, where you can spend Thanksgiving surrounded by people that need you, and where you can spend it sharing with others that feel the same way you do. No? That's an amazing thing. And of course, if you are by yourself, but you have people around you, I'm thinking about service members, no, where they're deployed, they come here, they don't know each other. This is a great opportunity to meet and to say, okay, let's do a potluck, no?
Yeah, you
And
have new friends.
yeah, and you bring the food that you love, and they will do the same, and it will be awesome because you're trying maybe food from other countries and sharing time and laughter and just getting to know each other, no? Another way to express gratitude is with your family is make it intentional, no? Schedule a meeting like this with Zoom where we say, okay, at 9 o'clock, we're all getting together and we are having a piece of pie, no? And we're spending quality time together for a while, no? So this is a good time to reflect, and this kicks off like the holiday season, no? So we'll be talking about that too, no? But use your time wisely. Use these as an opportunity to count your blessings. and to share them with others.
Yeah, and that's you say it. It's count your blessings, because when we don't feel good, or we are sad, or if we are away from home, we feel that something is missing. So it's really hard in that moment to focus on something different, because it can be overwhelming. I remember one time when I was living away from home, I couldn't go home for Christmas. And I remember that was very, very sad for me and very frustrating, but I felt so, so bad that I really had to resignify with myself. Like, think about, like, what is Christmas? Why am I feeling wrong? What's going on with my family if they don't see me? All I make a lot of questions in my brain, and I redefine it, and I said, okay, it's a very important date, and yes, we have the custom to be together, and I have been always there. What is going to happen if I am not there this year? Nothing.
Mhm.
Yes, they will miss me, and they missed me, but nothing. Actually, nothing changed, and that gave me the opportunity to actually enjoy and being very, very present and grateful whenever I had the time to see them. So
Exactly.
it was not the date, it was the moment. And like you said before, if you have friends, or if you are making new friends, if you are away, it's a perfect time to do it. I am really, really grateful, because all the time that I have been away from home, there there have been people that receive me with open arms in their houses, or with friends, and somewhere they invite me, and now I have this extended family that I am very, very proud to call family, that
And
is
the
not close to me, and that is not bloodline, but they're there, and the bloodline is still there.
and I think the something that you're saying right now, it's somebody opened the doors to you. So I am asking you today to be the one that opens the doors for somebody else, because somebody has opened the door for you, somebody has been there for you. Be that person that, because you experience gratitude, be the person that opens the door and says, come to my house, come to my room. I will cook for you. We'll cook together. So please remember, even though the food is delicious, it
Yes,
is not about the food. It is about
the company.
reflecting on what it is that I am truly grateful for. So these are great chances to do that, no? And
And if I
I think,
want to start practicing
mhm.
gratefulness, if I don't feel it right now, how can I do it?
Well, we are
Because you
going to,
told me already that a few things, but I know you have 5 things that you want
mm,
to tell us.
yeah,
I
it's like
want
our,
you to tell us.
if you will, no? It's remember, focus on what you're grateful for and write it down. I know that we talk about things that have been said before, but that we don't practice. So have a little notebook with you, a little journal. It doesn't have to be a ceremony again. I keep it on my phone, for example. No, it's like, oh my God, I'm so grateful for this. I write it down in a note in my phone. That gives you that chance to focus on the positive, and remember, your brain says, oh, we're good. And you start to produce happy hormones, no? As when you receive a present. So remember, focus on what you're grateful for and write it down. Number two, express your gratefulness by sharing it with significant people around you. So don't keep it inside. Share it with the person that produced this feeling, or with somebody else, no? Turn your gratefulness into action. Serve, give to others, pay it forward. Number four, change your attitude. There is always a reason to be grateful for. Even in the worst of days, if you made it home, that's a reason to be grateful for, not to say, no, I'm closing the door, I'm home, I'm safe, the day is over. There's a reason. And finally, if we're talking about Thanksgiving, please honor those that have been kind to you. So these are our 5 life skills to start practicing or to reinforce. Remember that resilience is a verb. It takes action. It takes a community. No, we are trying to be stronger together and to generate communities of resilience.
And that's why Resilience in Action, we say it's all about you, even though it's about all of us, right? So we are here for you, and we hope that you can share with us what are you grateful for. If you are watching this right now, you can write it in the comments, and please next to it, just put where are you watching us? Where are you from? What are you and in what part of the planet are you? And we will be very happy to read your comments. What are you grateful? Because as we were chatting, Emilia and I, before, when we see that, or when we hear somebody else to be grateful for something, maybe it's something that never crossed my mind, and I can be grateful for that also because I have it in my life. So it made me aware of something that I didn't think about. So please share it with us.
It's a good reminder, right? So
Yeah.
please remember, we are getting stronger together. So if you share it, we learn from you. And if you tell us where you are and what you want to talk about, we are there for you. So help us grow together and be stronger together.
And not only here, because you know that Resilience in Action, you can watch it through YouTube, but you can, if you already are doing that, if not, you can follow us on Instagram and TikTok and Facebook, and you can share your comments there. We are very aware of social media because we want to be there for you. So we are, I am very aware of the social media. So we read everything. So if you want to share it, we will be very grateful if you do. And thank you so much for being here, watching this. We hope that this helps you in some way if you didn't feel it. And if you felt it already, please continue doing it, because that's a light that shines every day in the world.
So subscribe, please. Let's do this together, okay? We need you. And remember, come as you are, and it's okay. So if you celebrate it, happy Thanksgiving. And if you don't, happy gratefulness practice. Please share with us.
Same for you. And remember, also, every Monday we talk about something different. If you want to talk about something specifically, please leave it in the comments also. That, of course, we will do it. But see you next week. And thank you so much for being here. Emilia, thank you.
Bye-bye. See you soon.
Bye.